What's good, YouTube? Shrek 5 is coming, and I'm a little worried. I was basically going back and forth with my chat, and I was essentially telling myself that I stopped caring about the Shrek series until after the second movie. But I think that was a lie, to be honest, because to keep it a buck with you, I think I did watch all three movies. I remember watching all three movies. Yes, I remember the third one. I remember the third one because that's when Donkey fucked the dragon and stuff like that. He had the donkey kids running around. Or was it the fourth one? Whichever one it was. The first two was fire to me. The second one gets too much hate. Is that everything I know about Shrek? Alright, that's it.
For the end of 2024, then I will review The Bad Guys. It's halfway through.
That wasn't that bad of a movie, though. I'm not gonna hold you. There were, for some odd reason, there were mad bitches fiending over the wolf nigga. I don't know why that's a thing, like some furry type shit. I don't know what's the deal with that. I don't know how you can find an anamorphic. Is that how you say it? Like an anamorphic, like, you know, an animal that's like in a human shape type shit. I don't know how you find that attractive. They kept on saying that wolf looks fine as fuck. I don't know. Maybe it was the voice. I don't know. The suit was fire.
Through the year and you're only halfway there. You've been slacking. I guess you really don't want it, huh? End of 2024. Let's see what you got. Alright, video time now. Well, it's happening, I guess. Oh, golly gee, we sure are getting Shrek 5.
Just like how we're getting a Toy Story 5. Like, honestly, what else can you really talk about Shrek? Because I really don't know what the last one was really all about. But Toy Story 5 is fucking unnecessary. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, Woody had, like, two different... No. It's 5. Yeah, it had, like, two different confirmed endings for real. Happy endings when they all almost died together in the third one. And then the fourth one when he finally, like, realized, oh, he's happy being where he is or whatever and stuff like that. Like, dude.
In 2 years. I mean, we already knew the movie was coming, but, you know, movie studios can say a lot of things are coming. It's another thing for them to actually lock in a release date and confirm the return of the entire cast. So, yep, Shrek 5.
Oh, yeah. Why am I just remembering Eddie Murphy was Donkey? Why am I just remembering that right now? Like, I knew he was Donkey, but that detail, I don't know. It just didn't come to the forefront of my brain. I wonder if they're going to get him back. If they are, I'm watching it. I heard they were trying to do like a solo, like a spin-off solo Donkey movie. I would have watched it. I would have definitely tuned in for that. Come on now. Like, let's really keep it a buck. Donkey was one of the best characters. Donkey and Puss. Honestly, I'm kind of shocked how niggas went as far as they did with Puss in Boots. I'm not gonna hold you. I feel like Donkey could have gotten his own shit. But you know how they say, like, when you try to give the comedic relief character his own shit, like, he don't really become funny no more. Like how when Patrick got his own show, it didn't really hit the same. So.
Action videos to movie announcements. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized there's actually a lot to say about the information we've been given. And the concept of making a Shrek 5 in general. I'd say my reaction to this movie coming out is a bit complicated. That's because 2 years ago, I would have been all for it thanks to a little movie known as Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. That was emblematic of DreamWorks locking the f*** in and saying, let's treat the Shrek franchise with some goddamn respect and give it some of the most absolutely stunning 3D animation ever.
And I still need to watch that. Still want to watch it. I am a sucker for good yo, take your time, bro. Like, relax. That stuttering shit not valid. Anyways, I'm a sucker for good animation, though. I'm not gonna hold you. And that's the number one thing I was hearing about this movie. And on top of that, how they were representing a panic attack very well. I don't know why I found that interesting, but I did.
Also telling a shockingly mature and compelling story you wouldn't expect. It breathed new life into the Shrek universe. And I think we all kind of rode that high for a while and thought, man, if Puss in Boots 2 is that good, imagine how amazing Shrek 5 is gonna be. But nowadays, I'm not as blindly optimistic about this movie. And I'm not gonna beat around the bush here. The reason I'm more skeptical about it is single-handedly because of Kung Fu Panda 4. There's been a lot of talk behind the scenes about,
which was also very unnecessary. And I watched it. Against my will. It was because of work. Like, the kind of job that I was working at the time, I had to take guys out. It was like group home type shit. And, you know, sometimes we would take them out to the movies, and this was one of the movies that we saw. Like, it was nice seeing Tai Lung come back and stuff like that, but he was the only villain that came back with a speaking role. Like, yeah, the other villains from the other movies came, but they had no speaking roles except for Tai Lung. And it's like, dude, he already found his inner peace after the last movie. What more can he, like, you know, I guess this one was more about him passing on the role of Dragon Warrior to somebody else and actually becoming, like, the spiritual leader, like the next Oogway, basically, the turtle guy. You know? I guess. But the execution was just bad. The enemy was just bad, too. Like, okay, it was a chameleon that could you know, take powers from other people and stuff like that, but they just didn't execute it well. And her character really wasn't that intimidating neither. There was no lessons behind her character. Like, look at me breaking this shit down for real. Because I actually watched the movie. So it's like, yo, I don't know. I guess I have more of an opinion. But yeah.
How DreamWorks doesn't really see this franchise as an intelligent and somewhat boundary-pushing saga anymore, and they would rather have it become a fun gag series. I'm not gonna get too into that here, it's not really the subject of the video. But basically, if DreamWorks doesn't see value in making a Kung Fu Panda installment special, both by not really evolving the animation style, and also not really giving the writing the thought and care that was put into the original trilogy, well then, what hope does Shrek have? Despite the series' emotional moments, Shrek generally took itself.
And I'm not gonna hold you. If you were to ask me what series, like, erase one series forever, like, I care more about Kung Fu Panda than Shrek. Like, let's really, like, you know, let's really keep it a buck here. Let's keep it a buck here. Kung Fu Panda was that shit, okay? Shrek was the shit too. Shrek was one of them ones that came out and, like, told Pixar, yo, you're not the only ones that got fire animated movies, because Pixar was shitting on the market with the Toy Stories, the Cars, the Nemos, and stuff like that, shitting on the market. But when Shrek came out, DreamWorks was like, nah, nigga, we got some shit. Yo, we got some heavy hitters too. I don't know why niggas was feeling about how to Train Your Dragons though. Let's talk about that real quick. Why the fuck were niggas feeling about those movies? They were not that good. How to Train Your Dragon series is not that good. Not that good, okay? Dragged it. Overrated as fuck. Sorry. Not sorry. But anyways. That it? Yeah. Yeah. When Shrek came out, DreamWorks was like, yeah, nigga, we got big hitters too. We got big balls too. We got niggas that could keep up with y'all shit. Type shit.
Even less seriously than Kung Fu Panda. Not that Kung Fu Panda was the most serious thing in the world, but they committed to giving us legit fantastic action scenes and compelling arcs for their villains. Shrek was always mainly a comedy series with entertaining but less layered villains than Kung Fu Panda.
Thanks.
Plus, unlike Kung Fu Panda, it's already had a bad installment under its belt, so we know just how immature and unfunny gag focused this series can get. I don't know if this installment will be treated with the same reverence and care that went into 1, 2, and 4. It might solely just be a
Like I said, okay, so it was the third one that got hated on, because I fucked with the first two.
cash grab for DreamWorks. Which, like, yeah, obviously it's a cash grab. But I also don't really think they have an incentive to put that much artistic value into the film. But what about Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, you might ask? The bar has officially been raised for what we expect out of a Shrek installment. Yeah, but as long as it makes money, I don't think they really care what the quality of the movie is. Especially because this is not coming from the same creative team that brought us The Last Wish. With the announcement of the release date, it was also confirmed that the movie will be directed by Walt.
And when it comes to a Shrek universe, I don't think the animation being all top-notch is necessary.
Wow, he directed the 2 most recent Trolls movies. That's cool.
Never seen a second of these movies. But they were everywhere, though. These shits was lit. Just like the Sing movies, too, with the singing animals and stuff. I just kept seeing trailers and commercials of them shits everywhere. Never seen a second of either movie. Actually, I think Sing 2 I've seen a couple of seconds of. Just running on the TV at my job. At my old job.
Cool. I mean, that's whatever though. I haven't even seen the 3rd Trolls film, so maybe that's a masterpiece. And besides, I don't really put a lot of stock into the filmographies of DreamWorks directors, because the quality of their movies can vary drastically. Tom McGrath is behind the supremely legendary Megamind, and the pretty solid Madagascar trilogy. And then...
Ooh, hold up.
Into the filmographies of DreamWorks directors, because the quality of their movies can vary drastically. Tom McGrath is behind the supremely legendary Megamind.
Definitely. That second shit, that TV show bullshit that came out was a travesty, but Megamind is an underrated one. I'm telling you about DreamWorks got hits. DreamWorks got shit. I'm telling you, DreamWorks got shit. With the Shreks, Megaminds, Madagascars. I think I'm skipping one though. The Puss in Boots, but I think I'm skipping some.
And the pretty solid Madagascar trilogy.
Yes. All 3 of these was good to me, bro. All 3. And if anything, and to me, they get better as you go. That's how I feel. And that's a rarity when it comes to, like, you know, film series and stuff like that. Usually the longer they go or the more movies they got, you know, they start to dip. For me, they just got better.
And then he went on to make the Boss Baby movies.
I've only seen the first one.
Great. Mike Mitchell directed the really strong original Send Off to Shrek, Forever After. And then...
That's the one that people hate on hella much. Okay, now I'm starting to remember some of the movie. I did see it, though. I've seen all of them. I'm pretty sure it's the 4th one that I don't remember that well. Now that I'm really thinking about it. The 3rd one, though, yes, I remember. especially because of this redheaded nigga though. When he was digging his long ass toenails into the wooden planks of the floor, like they're literally going on some type shit, but with his toes. He was fiending to get Shrek to sign over his fucking soul or whatever that scene was about.
And he did Kung Fu Panda 4, yay! I know both of those examples were directors skewing negative as time went on, but the point is, anyone at DreamWorks can make anything of any quality. There's a bird in my chimney. But the point is, anyone at DreamWorks can make anything of any quality. Don't hold their previous works against them, kids. What I'm more interested in is the fact that Walt Dohrn was not only head of story on Shrek 4, but he was also the voice of Rumpelstiltskin. He has a significant history with this franchise, so I don't think he's a bad choice for the job. I just also don't really think we can glean anything about the movie's quality by its choice of director. Unless they went with Joel Crawford again, who made Last Wish. Finally, I wanted to talk about one last thing with this little teaser they gave us. Specifically the tagline and use of that classic song, All-Star. I mean, I get it, I really do, that's the Shrek song, but leaning so heavily into it does make me a little worried about how self-referential this installment is gonna be. DreamWorks is keenly aware of the legacy Shrek has now, and specifically how much my generation adores the first two films. So I'm worried this movie is gonna have a ton of blatant, shameless nostalgia pandering. Like it'll open with Shrek coming out of the outhouse again as we hear a new cover of All-Star, or maybe even just the same version of it. And I don't know, man, I just generally don't like that idea, but I can so easily picture a universe
I see how it seems lazy to do that.
where it happens. It could just be a marketing thing, considering a Puss in Boots: The Last Wish trailer also used All-Star, but I don't know, it's way more heavily tied to Shrek, so I could see it popping up in the movie itself. Moreover, they absolutely know how iconic the holding out for a hero sequence is in Shrek 2. So bolstered by the fact that they shamelessly and poorly brought all the villains back in Kung Fu Panda 4, my biggest fear is that they'll somehow revive the fairy godmother just so she can sing a song in the movie's climax. Because hey, nostalgia! That's what she did in the movie we all liked as kids! We live in the age of dead end nostalgia pandering,
Which was the second one.
my friends. DreamWorks is not immune to bringing classic characters or villains.
Alright, give me a second. Give me a second. I need to use my mouse because I can't see what. They did do a Captain Underpants. All the Kung Fu Pandas was fire. Megamind was fire. Shrek. Okay, even though me personally, I don't fuck with How to Train Your Dragons, it was successful though. They had like 4 or 5 different movies. So I can't hate on the success of it. Like, somehow niggas out there fuck with the show. I mean, fuck with the series. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know. Madagascar, fire. Shark Tale. Why am I pointing at the shit? Use your mouse, bro. Shark Tales was not fire. But it's nostalgic though. I think that's it for me. I think that's all the ones that I recognize I've actually seen. I've only seen the first Boss Baby. And not up there with the ones that I just named. Hell no. Oh yeah, I remember Us. I think it was Us or Come Home. You know, with Rihanna was in this movie. She was a little black girl, curly hair. I watched this shit in Haiti. It was alright. It's not up there with the ones that I named though. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
We loved back, even if it ignores all logic and basic continuity. There is a less than 0 chance that the fairy godmother is coming back, and that terrifies me. I know this is a lot of speculation based on the use of one song in a short little teaser video, but I mean, that tagline really drives the point home, doesn't it? The All-Star returns. That's the main thesis of Shrek 5 that we have right now. It's about bringing back the funny haha All-Star Green meme man. Why are they bringing him back? What story is there to tell with him? I guess we'll see with time. This is about all I can say on the matter right now, based on the information we've been given. I'm cautiously optimistic. DreamWorks have been known to surprise us many a time, but I'm not holding my breath and expecting something on Last Wish's level. If I had to speculate on what the plot will be, yeah, I don't know, I'm pretty bad at that sort of thing. A lot of nostalgia pandering, like I said. Maybe the kids will grow up and act like modern teenagers, like there will be a magic mirror version of smartphones and they'll be on their phone a lot. I have no idea what fairy tale villain they could pull for this, but again, maybe they'll just bring back all the old villains through a magic twist in time or something. Cinderella 3 this shit, I don't know. I guess Puss could bring Kitty and Perito along for the ride, maybe. They can have some cute scenes where Perito talks to the dragon donkey babies who I guess might also grow up. That's horrifying. I don't want to see that. Maybe they'll do what Despicable Me 4 did and the kids will just not grow up at all. I mean, I know that doesn't make any sense for the series, but again, I don't.
Despicable Me was fire, but that's not DreamWorks. That's Illumination.
have full faith that they're going to be reverential to the ongoing story here. Yeah, that's all I got. We'll see if any of my predictions come true in 2 years, I guess. Overall, like I said, cautiously optimistic, but also not really expecting this to be anything spectacular, or even that great. The more time passes, the more Last Wish really does seem like a fluke. I'm pretty excited for the Wild Robot, at least. That looks really cool. But with Shrek 5, we'll have to wait and see how things turn out. It's too early to write it off completely.
I think Dante's definitely not coming back.
Take this story forward from where it left off. And don't even get me started on the donkey spinoff they're apparently making. Like, what is that even going to be about?
Why not? I'm with seeing that before Shrek 5. If I'm being honest here.
What conflict would Donkey specifically solve without involving Shrek? The reason Puss in Boots works as a protagonist is because he's an adventurer who can do inherently cool things. But Shrek and Donkey are domesticated family guys now, and it's a little hard to see a vision of what movie-worthy mission they could go on. Again, we'll wait and see. This could be good, this could be bad. I'm leaning mid, but I would be beyond thrilled if I was proven wrong. Anyway, now to build a website I can access on my mirror phone, which will probably exist in Shrek 5. Good thing I can do that with Squarespace, baby! Squarespace is an amazing online website builder that enables you to create beautiful websites for your business or personal hobby. Start a completely personalized website with the new guided design system, Squarespace Blueprints. There are so many professionally...
If you don't get your ad out my face, get your bag though. Get your bag though. You feel me? But if you don't get your ad out of my... I'll leave a like. And I'm already subbed, so I already did enough. Honestly though, I'm more with seeing a Donkey spinoff than a Shrek 5, if you were to ask me. But, you know, based off the little information that we have so far, we just gotta wait. So, we'll see. Bye, YouTube.